Hey!
Archery was my best sport back at school. I think it's a terrible bore, really.
Mojo, Willie, Tattoo, Nina, Tano.
What on earth are you saying?
Counting the 10 Swahili. Sita, Saba, Nani, Tissa, Kumi.
Pretty dull subjects, these. Couldn't you dig up something a little bit more exciting?
Oh, yes, of course, Mr. Dixon. Jim, how about a lion or two?
Sure, this place is full of them.
This is more like it. Type of stuff I'd hoped to get. Thanks.
Thank the animals. They're being pretty cooperative today.
You certainly were right about this Jungle Jim. Most capable guide I've ever seen.
I'm awfully glad to hear you say that, old chap. Oh, by the way, Pano here has given you permission to photograph something tonight that's never been filmed before. The ceremonial dance of his people.
Many thanks, Chief. I appreciate it.
It's my pleasure, Bwana Dixon.
If the rest of my stay is as agreeable as this, it'll be the best vacation of my life.
Wonderful.
This is magnificent, Chief. Simply magnificent. I consider myself very fortunate to be here.
You are indeed, my dear fellow. This ceremonial dance is held only once a year.
Is that so?
Dixon's in seventh heaven. Look. When are you going to ask him for the money? Just as soon as we get back to camp.
Gentlemen, before we say goodnight, I want you to know how much I've enjoyed this day. I wouldn't have missed it for $1 million.
I hope you still have some film left, old chap. Jim's promised to get you some shots of elephants tomorrow. Isn't that so, Jim?
We'll do our best.
Wonderful. I'm in your debt, gentlemen.
Splendid. I mean, think nothing of it, old chap.
Well, I can't help thinking about it, Morrison. Fact is, I've been thinking about it all day.
Oh, really? Why?
This is the first day in years that no one has tried to put his hand in my pocket.
I beg your pardon?
I mean, no one has tried to solicit me for money. You may not believe this, gentlemen, but back home in the States, I'm plagued half to death by all kinds of people who want me to contribute money for one thing or another. I took this vacation hoping to get away from them.
You don't say.
Fact. And what's more, I seem to have succeeded. It makes me feel like a new man. Well, good night, gentlemen. See you in the morning.
Looks like we got the wrong man in Mr. Dixon.
But we can't have. He's famous for his generosity.
Well, you couldn't prove it by that speech he just made.
Indeed, Sub Commissioner. Unless I miss my guess, Chief Pano School will never see a penny of Sob Dixon's money.
In that case, we shall see no school.
We'll see both. We're not done with Mr. Dixon yet. By a long shot.
He's too far off. Let's get closer to him.
It's too risky. If he gets wind of us, he'll charge, and he can move like a runaway express train. Dixon, get back here before you spook it.
Jim?
Sure. Look here, Dixon.
Jim, you're terrific. That stuff we got yesterday was nothing compared with this. You can have the shirt off my back anytime.
I say, Avery, you don't mind if I call you Avery, do you, old chap? Here, let me dust you a bit. You seem to have got yourself a little disheveled, huh?
Marjo, Willie, Tattoo.
Doris, I got a checkerboard. How about it?
No.
Maybe you'd like me to take your picture.
No.
Then I don't suppose you'd... No, I guess you wouldn't. Come on, Tamba. Let's try to find some lion cubs to photograph before it gets dark.
Lion cubs?
Yes, lion cubs. Oh, I'm sure they'd bore you stiff. Boy, I sure wish I had camera equipment like Mr. Dixon. Doing here?
It's a free jungle, isn't it?
Yeah, unfortunately. Hey, what are you going to do?
I'm going to take one of them for a pet. Not that it's any of your business.
Nothing doing. What if the lioness should come back and see one of her cubs is missing? She'd trail her right back to our camp and tear up the place looking for it. Somebody'd be sure to get hurt. What's the matter with you? Didn't you hear what I said?
I heard. Now let go of my arm.
I told you promised to leave these cubs alone.
Are you giving me orders?
Well, it's about time somebody did. Honestly, you're the worst spoiled brat I've ever seen.
Don't you dare talk to me that way.
I'll talk to you any way I please. Getting pretty fed up with taking all this guff from you. I don't care if Chief Pano gets the old father's money to build a school or not.
What's that you said?
Nothing. Forget it.
Something about getting my father's money so that Chief Pano can build a school, wasn't it? I'll have to ask Daddy about it just as soon as he gets back to camp.
Look, Doris, I sure wish you wouldn't do that.
Oh, why not?
Well, you see, I wasn't supposed to mention it. Look, I take it all back about what I said about you being a spoiled brat.
I accept your apology, Skipper.
And you won't tell your father?
Well, I'll think it over.
Brother, now I've done it.
Just answer yes or no. Is what my daughter tells me the truth, or isn't it?
In a manner of speaking, yes, my dear fellow. But I assure you...
I might have known. So you rigged this little safari like a confidence game to soften me up for a touch, did you?